they've got some really good players, and Russell, in fairness to him, and I wouldn't trust him in a do or die situation, but he's on the front foot.
Why would you trust him? Have you seen him mess up those situations too many times?
Yeah, absolutely. He's a disaster. I think he has the ability to implode. I don't think. Look, at the reason Gregor Townsend was looking to go without him was because they didn't believe that he was the man to basically make him consistent. He's obviously incredibly capable. And look, I'm going against the grain here because Racing obviously invested a huge amount in him. He's a British and Irish line. Bath have invested a huge amount in him. He's playing a key role for Scotland. But I still don't know if he has the ability to steer them home in a tight game. When it's very tight. Look, they beat England, and it was a tight game, and he played a key role in that. But it was a low quality affair. England weren't anywhere near where they want to be. So the test will be Ireland, France. Can he manage the game well there? But when things are open, he's obviously phenomenal, and he's a joy to watch. I'm not anti watching him. I'm just saying I think he's a great player to watch, but for me he wouldn't be a 10 that I would be paying big money to bring my team home silverware. And there's a difference. I would actually rather have Ross Byrne as my 10 if I had a Grand Slam decider. And look at Ross Byrne isn't as popular, worldwide or well known as Finn Russell. But for me, there's still that doubt about him. I'd have Owen Farrell ahead of him as well at 10. I'd have George Ford ahead of him at 10. I'd have Dan Bigger ahead of him at 10. So maybe that could people say, that's the boring side of me. But I do like what he can do, but I don't. He still has to prove that he can lead them to even a Triple Crown.
You're a pragmatist, and they go to France next, and that'll be a real test for them because what a difficult fixture with the French out with a point to prove. Where do you lie on it, Kieran? So some of his touches, again, remarkable. That offload for the Kyle Steyn try in the right corner, beautiful cross kicks, the little dink for Duan van der Merwe down the left, even the bridge pass for the last try to Fagerson was gorgeous. Where do you lie? Do you think he's of that caliber, of the very best in the world, or do you have doubts as well?
I think he can be, but similarly, I just don't trust him to do it on a consistent basis. And I love watching Finn Russell play because he's just so much fun to watch. One thing I thought watching him on Saturday was that I never thought he was trying to force things. And that's something that I feel he's been guilty of a bit in the past. And there's a difference between taking risks on the ball and seeing things that maybe others wouldn't. And I thought it was nearly all the latter on Saturday. He wasn't trying to force things for the sake of forcing things or taking risks for the sake of it. I thought he was trying things because he knew that by not taking the simple option, whether that be taking the ball to the ground or playing the more obvious pass inside, the offload or the crossfield or whatever he was trying could unlock a door and likely lead to a try. And when he's in that type of form, he's so hard to defend because you can see the hesitancy he creates in defenders, and they're afraid to commit because he has the ability to make defenders look foolish. But exactly like Bert says, it's one thing to do it against a Wales team who looked really poor. It's a different thing to do it against an Ireland or a France team who you imagine will have Scotland under a lot more pressure and where he'll have to play a different type of game. But at the moment, he's playing excellent rugby. And, I'm disappointed he's leaving Racing at the end of the season because I'd love to see what Stuart Lancaster would do with him. And he's still only 30. So, you look at other out-halves out there, he could have another 7 or 8 years left in him. So who knows? Ben Healy might have a job to get into the Scotland squad. But like Bert says, Russell has the ability to go out and just look totally off the boil in the next couple of games. So it's about backing it up for him and doing it consistently.